There's some lyrics I want to play, and I want to ask you about them. Okay?
Right.
All right. The song is called Rich is Gangsta.
Rich is Gangsta.
Okay?
Feds tore apart the squad, looking. That's why I had to play my part, looking. That wasn't me, it was a job, looking. It gets deeper, that was just the start, looking.
Okay. Feds tore the crew apart.
Right.
Worst edit ever.
That's why I had to get a job.
Yeah, that's why I had to play my part.
Play my part. It wasn't me, it's just a job, man.
Right.
Right?
Right, correct.
Now, man, I've been listening to lyrics longer than you've been writing them.
That's G talk.
Okay.
No, you're a G.
Not a
You're
knock.
a G with it. You're a G with it. You have a musical acronym.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very kindly. I appreciate that. That took me back to when there was all the controversy about you having a job as a CO and you not really wanting to tell the information why, what, when, or where, but saying that there was a reason behind all of this, right? Is that what this is talking about?
Most definitely refer to, me being a CO, that being a job and, just understanding the grind and the hustle and anything else I may have done. It's just a job. It's a hustle, baby.
In retrospect, do you feel maybe if you had just said that in the beginning, that it wouldn't have received so much controversial backlash?
I wouldn't change nothing. You under dig? I wouldn't change nothing. So because to me it's just about who Rose is. It's about me. When anywhere I go and I step in the room, I put it down. People know this authentic right here. They know it's real. So it was nothing that I was really just personally threatened with. It was just I was just ready to move on.
Okay.
Let's go get this money. Let's make this.
Man, having a job to me is a good thing.
and right now to feed my family, I'll do it again.
There it is.
Yeah. To feed my kids, I'll go get it. We gonna go get it. My whole team gonna go get it. We gonna win. You under dig? And that's what everything we ever did. You under dig? I've been winning though.
Yeah, and still winning.
It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and as you just saw, Rick Ross is being interviewed by Sway, and they're talking about his new album, Mastermind. Now, Sway points out the lyrics that Rick Ross mentioned on his album where he's talking about his past as a CO, and I want you guys to really watch and recognize this about Rick Ross, because I've watched and I've recognized this about Rick Ross over the last couple of years. If you've ever seen the movie The Prestige, great movie, one of my favorite movies, I suggest you watch it, but if you've ever seen that movie, Rick Ross is exactly like that Chinese magician. The whole magic trick is his actual life. He doesn't take a day off, no breaks, he never breaks character. He is that person that's on stage every single minute of the day. That was the exact thing the magician, that Chinese magician in the beginning of the movie in The Prestige does. He lives his act. As you can hear in the lyric, Rick Ross actually says, "Feds tore apart the squad, nigga. That's why I had to play the part, nigga. It wasn't me, it was a job, nigga." Clearly, Rick Ross is living his current act to the fullest, where he believes the person who he was before he started rapping it wasn't actually a real person. He's telling you, that was me playing a character back then. This is me. I am the kingpin, the boss of all bosses, Ricky Rose. Now, I love Rick Ross music, but clearly you can tell that it's, number one, this act is working for him because he's wildly successful, but he's clearly completely bitten into this character, which I actually don't mind because that's where it's at these days in rap. It's a pretty funny interview because actually Rick Ross even says this way at one point. He says, "You have a pretty good hip-hop acronym." I think he meant to say acumen, but it's okay, it's Ross. We know what he means. But still, Ross is pretty much one of the greatest talkers in hip-hop history. When he talks, I just like to listen. I've never interviewed Ross, but I would definitely love to because I could tell he's going to take over the interview. You could try to interject in whatever he's trying to say, but pretty much he's giving his soliloquy and he's giving his speech. I don't know if he memorizes it, I don't know if he practices or rehearses in front of a mirror, but it's pretty dope. But that's Rick Ross being Rick Ross. And Rick Ross lives this character. Though I'm still like, nigga, please, Rick Ross, when it comes to him claiming that he was some now super dope dealing CO. Come on, dog. We found out you were a CO. Don't try to make it look better by saying you were dealing all this dope and it's deeper than everything. Come on, my nigga. You were a CO. Now you're a rapper. It's cool. We know what it is. It's not the 2000 where you have to act super thug. No. But still, I will say that the album that Rick Ross came out with this revelation that he is a CO, or he finally admitted it, was deeper than rap. That's one of my favorite albums by Rick Ross. To me, I think that's a personal classic. Well, it's a personal classic to me. I will say that and Port of Miami, that's one of his best albums. Also, Triller was up there. After that, I think he's been trying to remake Deeper Than Rap and even Teflon Don. You can see it with Teflon Don, and then we even see with now even Mastermind. Mastermind is a cool album, though. I will say that. So Mastermind is not a whack album, but Rick Ross is trying to stay in that lane that he got into after Deeper Than Rap. Now, as far as him saying, listen, I would have no problem being a CO if I had to do it to feed my family. Pausing 1 second from the whole rap facade, this whole live in your act. That's some real shit. Let's be honest. If anybody who's listening, you don't understand this, you're probably too immature to understand the whole concept of actually feeding a family. You probably are being fed by your family still. You're probably still living in your mom's house or your dad's house or whatever the case is, so you probably can't understand that. And number three, you probably don't understand the fact that a job is a job, and you have to do what you do to become a productive person in society. If you can be a rapper, a basketball player, or some type of entertainer. So definitely have no problem with him saying that he would be a CO again, because a regular person, if they were getting the opportunity to get money by being a CO, why would you not? But I guess the only reason this is coming up because Rick Ross mentioned it on his new album, because he mentioned this all on Deeper Than Rap. He actually said if he had to do it to feed his family, then he would do it again. So this really is a non-issue to me. However, I will say that watch out for Rick Ross, because not only is he the best talker in the game, he lives his act. And I'm telling you, watch that movie Prestige, because Rick Ross is like the Chinese guy, the Chinese magician who lives his act. And actually, the rest of the characters towards the end start living their act as well, because that works. You can't break character. Plies broke character. We thought he was a super goon, the epitome of ignorance. And then we heard him on interviews actually talking smart. And we're like, wait, this nigga that's actually leading us, he's not who he says he is. It's like when people found out in the Chappelle show that Chappelle who was leading the KKK wasn't actually white. He's black. Now you've broken character. Now they're like, oh shit, you are not who we thought you were. However, Rick Ross stays in character 100% of the time, never breaks it, which I will give him credit for. So once again, I want you guys to weigh in about this. What do you think about Rick Ross saying he would be a CO again if he had to feed his family? It's your boy DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys subscribe. Get at me at I'm Akademiks on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I'm out.